Hello folks, the old deplorable basket case here, back again to talk about the U.S. Bill of Rights, specifically the Fifth Amendment. The Fifth Amendment guarantees protection of rights to life, liberty, and property. No person shall be held to answer for a capital or otherwise infamous crime, unless on a presentment or indictment of a grand jury, except in cases arising in the land or naval forces, or in the militia, when in actual service in time of war or public danger. And here we see laying down the basis for martial law, that is, law within the military forces, being different and separate from ordinary civilian law in the USA. Nor shall any person be subject for the same offense to be twice put in jeopardy of life or limb. And that's a very important bit. There have been times when it has been honored, at least in some cases, more in the breach than the observance. But it is important. And also, incidentally, is the constitutional basis for the federal act, which requires class action suits to be held in federal courts unless at least 1/3 of the claimants are in a particular state, and then may be done in the state courts. Because there was a time, and it wasn't so long ago, when people pursuing a class action case against a company or individual could hold it in any state where there was even a single claimant. So these cases went from state to state to state to state, and individuals and companies were being put in jeopardy of their property. Many, not necessarily property, but were being put in legal jeopardy multiple times. And so eventually the federal government stepped in, and this is a case when the federal government stepping in was necessary, was right and necessary, at least in my opinion, and said, no, you can't do that. That is a violation of constitutional rights. Nor shall be compelled in any criminal case to be a witness against himself. Again, that's important. So if you can compel someone to be a witness against himself or herself, then you can compel them. So you can legally compel someone. So if someone refuses to be a witness against him or herself, you are leaving open a legal basis for torturing people to bear witness against themselves. So that's a very important bit right there. I plead the fifth. It's a very important legal thing. So remember that. It's important. Nor be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Nor shall private property be taken for public use without just compensation. So there was this federal case some while ago. Went before the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court ruled that local governments, state and local governments, could take private property if it was to be given to some private business, if the use of the private business was felt to be for the public good. Now, there are an awful lot of people who are really upset about that ruling. I am, for one. Because it is a constitutional gray area. I admit that. But I really strongly feel that it is at least against the spirit of the Constitution, the spirit of the Bill of Rights, to do that. It also, incidentally, lays open a whole new... what's the word? It lays things open to corruption. Because who decides whether a business is for the public good or not? Well, the politicians. And the politicians are individual human people. Now, can we rely on every single politician ever being honest? Hell no! So, a minor digression. I hope you'll pardon me. But, that is the Fifth Amendment. And it touches on more than a few things there. Bearing witness against yourself, confiscation of property, and military law. So there's something to think about. Now, I would like to hear what do you have to say about this. If you have any questions about it, if you want to make any comments on the Fifth Amendment or what I had to say about the Fifth Amendment, please do so. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and please have a nice day, because I hope you do.